235 grand per night. And that just rents you the submarine suite. Bubbles not included. Tonight, we're ducking past the velvet rope into places most guests never know exist. Corridors where security teams rehearse royal evacuations, where a chef charters a jet for one truffle, and where a single room costs more than a beachfront mansion. Coming? Forget five-star lobbies and glove-clad butlers. Billionaire-grade hospitality lives a floor below that. Money's invisible, time's negotiable, and staff are allergic to the word no. We're hitting 3 spots: a 2-person sub welded to the ocean floor in St. Lucia, a sky-high mansion in Dubai where Beyoncé books the whole floor, and a private Fijian island you can't even pay for until the owner says you're cool. At every stop, we'll meet the fixer whose job is to deliver the impossible, then unpack the sneaky tech, hidden doors, and head game tricks that keep the ultra-rich writing checks the size of small country GDPs. Lovers Deep, St. Lucia. Picture a titanium cocoon parked 200 feet down, reef sharks drifting past the portholes. That's Lovers Deep, the priciest hotel room on Earth. The catch? Booking it feels like ordering a Black Ops mission. Enter Denise, the experience commander. Part concierge, part sub-pilot. She preps a 9-person crew. Chef, security, 2 engineers, 3 seamen, a sommelier, and a paramedic who can handle the bends. This week's brief, a tech mogul who wants louder than silence, quieter than the planet. Translation, total sensory control. Her hack. Hydrophones pipe in live reef audio, volume dialed to a whisper. Coral-safe lights dim to 0.1 lux, the same darkness astronauts see on the moon's backside. Staff sync every move to his heart rate monitor. Meals land during REM dips, so flavors hit deeper. The chef plates dessert when the cabin's at 29 degrees Celsius, so white chocolate petals melt 7 seconds after touching the tongue, puffing saffron smoke that matches the reef's nightly glow. Price tag to stage it, $310,000. So the resort eats a loss to keep the legend alive. Denise's final sniff test. Swap every oxygen cartridge so none carry that fresh plastic smell billionaires hate. 1 night, 1 couple, 1 submarine. Welcome to Secret World number 1. Atlantis the Royal, Beyoncé Suite, Dubai. From ocean hush to rooftop thunder, Atlantis the Royal's Skybridge mansion hangs 63 floors above the Persian Gulf. You've seen the viral pool, an infinity edge 90 meters in the sky, but you didn't spot the private lift that rockets A-listers straight from basement to suite. No check-in desk, no key card. Facial recognition unlocked smoked glass doors in 0.3 seconds, fast enough that bodyguards don't break stride. Cost about $100,000 a night. Beyoncé once booked the whole floor so Blue Ivy could rehearse dance routines overlooking the Palm Jumeirah. Moving 22 ultra VIPs, some paying $40,000 within 24 hours, takes diplomacy most embassies would envy. Q. Mohammed, the guest relocation strategist, a job title invented for him alone. His playbook? Offer each displaced guest a replacement experience worth 1.5 times their stay. One Saudi prince accepted a week on the owner's 90-meter super yacht. A Chinese tech magnate got naming rights to a sea turtle hatchery. Bill for the shuffle? $2.3 million. Still profitable when one floor nets $700,000. Inside the suite, the flex hides in plain sight. The dining table is milled from a single slab of bossaltina, cool to the touch, so caviar needs no ice. Smart glass walls frost at a butler's flick, turning the living room into an instant photo studio. The infinity pool holds 90,000 liters, but sensors top it up if evaporation drops the level 2 millimeters, because a promo helicopter once left a ripple guests called messy. A ripple that almost cost the GM his bonus. Secret World number 2. LUCIA Island Resort, Fiji. Let downshift from neon speed to barefoot quiet. LUCIA is owned by Red Bull co-founder Dietrich Monteschitz. The whole island is 3,500 acres, ringed by coral, capped at 30 guest-staff ratio 8:1. There's no nightly rate online. You email, you audition, you wait. If you pass, Hilltop Estate runs $60,000 a night, reachable only by his restored 1960s Dornier seaplane. The brag isn't gold taps. Those bore people who already own mines. The flex is vanishing. Phones are collected on the tarmac. Jets swap to propellers so guests land in near silence. Fijian law treats paparazzi photos as trespass, so once you're here, you're legally unphotographable. Meet Seru, the island botanist, tasked with ensuring every spa oil, cocktail garnish, even sunscreen comes from inside the reef. When a Russian oligarch offhandedly said he hadn't tasted real mango since childhood, Seru grafted 47 heritage varieties onto one hillside. 2 years later, the guest arrived. The trees fruited exactly on cue. He cried, something no Senate hearing had managed.
Another guest, an American retail titan, wanted no calendar. Staff removed every clock, watches locked in bamboo safes, ovens set by sunrise color charts. The daily bulletin sung as a lullaby, so days drifted together. He stayed 17 nights and tipped the staff $1 million Fijian, enough to fund the village school for a decade. Secret World number 3, where time itself is optional.
If these feel like fantasy, hit subscribe. Tell me which suite you'd pick if money were imaginary. I read every comment and occasionally leak the unpublished rates hotels don't want on TripAdvisor. What links them all? Peel off the zeros and you'll spot the same 3-step code. Anticipatory data. Before you land, staff know your dental floss brand, ideal room temp within 0.5 degrees Celsius, how long you leave towels on the floor before wanting fresh ones. Invisible service. Housekeepers enter only when geofencing says you're 50 meters away. Laundry reappears folded at the precise angle measured on arrival. Emotional arbitrage. The real currency isn't silk sheets, it's the story you'll retell. Hotels craft moments engineered to go viral among your equally loaded friends, keeping demand irrational. Craziest truth? Most of these guests could buy the property outright, but they rent. Ownership means broken toilets and staff calling you boss. Renting means perfection remains someone else's headache. So next time you scroll past headlines screaming $200,000 a night, remember you're not renting a bed, you're buying an alternate reality. One where mangoes appear on command, submarines double as love nests, and infinity pools stay millimeters still. These hotels don't sell rooms, they sell the right to forget the planet exists. Question is, if you could vanish into one of these secret worlds, which illusion would you choose? Drop your pick below. Smash like for part 2. And until then, keep dreaming bigger than your wallet. See you in the next one.